In a recent interview granted to the Vietnam news agency in Washington, D.C., Paulo Medas, head of the International Monetary Fund's 2024 Article 4 mission to Vietnam, said Vietnam's economy rebounded faster and increased by 6.4% year-on-year in January-June.
What we have seen in the first half is that the economic recovery is really gaining momentum. And not only the exports were driving, but also the actions of the government and the State Bank of Vietnam. So they reduced rates, the increase in public investment, and the increased wages, and that really helped the economy recover very quickly. So really very strong performance.
Regarding prospects for the second half, the expert forecasts the Vietnamese economy will continue to recover, but at a slower pace, and may expand by over 6% for the whole year.
Again, the key factors are going to be exports that really rebounded after very weak 23, and also the support of the government through low interest rates and increases in public investment and wages.
The expert also pointed out several risks, including the currency depreciation and public wage rise, and suggested solutions to help Vietnam overcome challenges.
But there are risks. So with the fact that the currency has depreciated, public wages are rising, that could lead to more risks on the inflation. So I think it's very important that the State Bank of Vietnam continues to monitor closely and may need to take measures.
According to Medas, Vietnam needs to pay more attention to medium-term economic growth. The IMF is conducting an in-depth study on what could happen to medium-term growth in Vietnam.
What we have seen is in the last, say, 15, 20 years, Vietnam's economic performance has been really strong. Vietnam growth has been above the average for emerging markets around the world. It's really performed incredible. And part was good policies, but part was for other factors that are changing. One is demographics. So Vietnam benefited a lot from a young, growing population, and now that's changing. It's starting to age. So that's going to reduce growth in the future.
The expert recommended Vietnam push up with reforms to boost productivity and compensate for the demographic issue in the future. He also suggested improving the business environment, upgrading infrastructure, particularly in energy and renewables, while accelerating reforms related to climate change response and strengthening capital markets.